Hello, my name is Alan Byrne, and in this video I'm going to be demonstrating a cross-site scripting vulnerability in the Office 365 Administration Center. We'll be demonstrating how a normal user account can get administrative access to the entire company using just a few lines of JavaScript and a web browser. So to show you my environment, here I am logged in as an administrator, and here are my users and groups. Everything looks quite normal, just a few user accounts, and we'll be demonstrating this using Anne Wallace's account, just to prove that she is not an administrator. I will show you her settings. So as you can see here, she does not have administrator permissions. So in my other browser, I am logged in as Anne Wallace, just as a general user, and I will be clicking on Our. And I will change her display name using the options section. By default, users in Office 365 have the ability to change their display name as they wish. So you can see here her display name is set to Anne Wallace. And we'll be choosing a new display name for her, which includes a link to pull a piece of JavaScript from our local web server. Here you can see that our display name has been changed. So let's take a quick look at what this JavaScript file is actually going to do. Basically, it will launch two iframes, both of which are 0 pixels in width and height, so they'll be impossible for the user to see that they're actually there. The first iframe will create a new user called HackerAdmin. It will give that user global administrator roles, and it will send the email address and password of the new login account to my email address here. The second function will launch a second iframe, and it will edit the user account of Anne Wallace and change her display name back to Anne Wallace. That way, the person won't actually know that they've been hacked. So now back in our first browser, logged in as the administrator of the tenant, imagine that I'm just logging in to perform a business as usual administration of a user. I click on the users and groups. You can see here our payload in Anne Wallace's user account. And as we mentioned before, it will load two iframes at the bottom of the page here. One of those is creating the new user account for our hacker, and the second is changing Anne Wallace's display name back to what it normally should be. So the administrator might log in here and say, oh, that looks a little bit strange. I may as well refresh. That seems to be wrong. The user refreshes, Anne Wallace's user account is back to how it was, and our HackerAdmin account has been created. Now, I've just called it HackerAdmin so that it's obvious to us in the demonstration, but you could call it John Smith or any other kind of a name, and most people won't even know it's there. And if we click on this account, you can see it's a global administrator, and the email address is my email. Now, I have just this second received an email from Microsoft to this email address, and if we open it up, I can see that a new user account has been created in that tenant, and the username and temporary password has been emailed to me. I can now log in as this user account and have full reign over the Office 365 environment. I can open other people's mailboxes, I can create new users, delete users, change passwords, you name it. I have full administrative rights. Thanks for watching.